Sir, what do we think of Nick Fuentes?
What pronouns are she, hers?
Sir, what do we think of Nick Fuentes?
She or hers means I'm a woman. Every
Does.
time you say sir is a felony in the United States of America, California, where we live. It is. It is. You need to look it up.
It's
You need
not
to
a
read.
felony.
It literally is. You need
So
to
I
read.
have to issue
Have it
report
read.
Oh, this reminds me of what got me into this debate in the first place. It's ma'am. You remember, right? This is It's Ma'am Part 2. Welcome to the Panic Button. My name is Nina, and today we're reacting to It's Ma'am Part 2. Let's start from the beginning, shall we?
Sir, what do we think of Nick Fuentes?
What pronouns are she, hers?
Sir, what do we think of Nick Fuentes?
She or hers means I'm a woman. Every
Does.
time you say sir is a felony in the United States of America, California,
It's
where
not
we
a
live. It
felony.
is. It is. You need to look it up.
It's
You need
not
to
a
read.
felony.
Wrong! It actually is not a felony. See, only in specific job positions is it technically a misdemeanor. If you refuse to call someone by their preferred pronouns. The activists, they do this weird thing where they hear someone say something and then, sorry about that. They hear another activist saying something and then they take that as law and as fact when really it's not. They also do this a lot in order to shout someone down or to silence them. It's all about bullying. It's nothing that's actually a felony. But aces to the guy pretending to be a chick using his male pattern aggression to shout someone down. It's very, very feminine when trans women do that, I must say.
Literally is. You need
So
to
I
read.
have to issue
Have it
pronouns?
read to you. Find
That's a
someone who
felony?
can. Find someone who can read
That's
what
a
that
felony.
means.
But what? What would he be reading exactly if you were to ask him? Well, what am I supposed to be reading? And he would say, the law. And you'd be like, what law? And he wouldn't know what it was. He'd just get angry and he'd start yelling again because as much as the guy wants everyone to say he's a woman, the truth is that the way he acts is very male. It's very aggressive. Women, we don't want the aggression, man. We don't want to fight. We just like, okay, you know, we're more complacent. We're more agreeable because we're weaker. But a dude who is towering over this dude, who's acting very aggressive, he's not going to be compliant or complacent or agreeable. He's going to be angry, menacing, and violent and aggressive in order to force someone into believing his cultish beliefs. It's funny, isn't it? What's even more funny, what I find absolutely hilarious, is that this dude will say he doesn't want any religious people forcing their religion on him. And yet he wants people to convert to his religion, the gender ideology religion. So by this dude trying to force other people to call him ma'am, that's trying to convert someone into his religious belief. It's pretty hypocritical, don't you think? Yeah, it is.
It actually is.
Sir, that is not a felony. Not a felony, sir.
You're wrong and dangerous, dangerous, dangerous wrong.
Dangerous.
Why is it dangerous?
Get this wrong.
See, one dangerous, it's not enough. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous? Ooh, that's a big deal. Now I'm scared. But why is it dangerous? Well, they say it's dangerous because misgendering someone, this man, will make him unalive himself, while simultaneously saying that it's not a mental health issue. Well, if that's true, then I guess wanting to unalive yourself is also not a mental health issue. So it's very, very confusing to everyone, even this fella who says he's a chick. He doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about. He thinks he does because he's repeating things that other activists have said. But really, nah, he has no idea what he's talking about. These people are confused in more ways than one, might I add.
Pronoun abuse in the points, you bet.
Pronoun use is violence. I think what he meant to say was not using the pronoun he wants him to use is violence. But why is it violence? Why are words violence? Well, here's the thing. If you can make it so words are violence, then that gives him the justification to be violent towards you, right? Physically violent towards you. And then they would just say that's free speech. Isn't that nuts?
In your career, whatever the fuck you
coming
think
back.
you are.
Thank you, sir.
Oh,
We
no, he's
love the
walking away.
support from the trans community.
That last support?
Sir, we can't hear you.
See, he's trying to think. He got him a little slipped up in his words, a little tongue-tied. That last support, that violence, dangerous, ma'am. Ma'am. He has no idea what he's talking about. Oh man, these people are crazy. I feel bad for like the trans people who just want to like live their lives and like want nothing to do with this because these are their spokespeople. And gay and lesbians have it the same way too. It's just a little different. We have the queers who are just crazy straight people with nose rings saying they're gay, but they're calling it queer. Taking the slur that was used against us, and they're changing it into another identity, but saying it's synonymous with gay and lesbian. It's like what? No. Was there a consensus? I wasn't asked. I didn't give consent to say that now we're called queer. No, there was no consent. There was no consensus. All right, queer is not a thing. It's just for straight people who want to be in weird polyamorous relationships and act all crazy and dress all fetishy. You know, no, it's different. So yeah, feel bad for us and the trans people who know what's up.
Ew.
Have a nice day, sir.
Man, he's poking.
Felony one. Anybody else want to commit a serious hate crime?
Call the cops then, sir.
California.
911.
You can never be doing what you're doing at all.
Then do it. Call the cops then if it's a felony.
You look stupid.
We misgendered them.
It's a little angry, a little aggressive. This doesn't work on regular people. I mean, let me rephrase that. Normal people will avoid guys like this, like the plague, because they know that they're aggressive. You can feel the vibe in the room when they walk into a room and it's like, oh, okay, we've got to stay away from that one. So most people will just be like, all right, I'm just not going to use any pleasantries. I'll just say, hey, you. Or not even look in their direction, avoid them altogether. And if men like this who think they're chicks, if they had it their way, they would make avoidance a crime too. Oh, you can't avoid us because that's violence. And misgendering us is violence. And looking at us the wrong way is violence. Like, what would you got your own reality, which doesn't make any sense. You've got your own rules. You've got your own laws, which aren't actually laws. You made them up in your head. It's all a way to try to scare people into abiding by their rules. It's very arrogant. When it comes down to it, this does nothing more than alienate them from the rest of society. Because the rest of society doesn't want to be around people like that. If this guy is so easy to jump into aggression, do you think normal people are going to want to interact with him? No, they're going to be secluded in their own little bubble of society, which is very small to begin with. And eventually, because other people in society have avoided them, they're not going to, they're going to try to blame society and use them as the number one evil, there's someone to blame, like a lot of people blame Trump. Like, Trump is bad. They have someone that is evil to blame. But once the rest of society kind of separates themselves from them and like says, no thanks, I'm good. Well, then the only people they have around them are the people in their circle. And because they don't want to really fight for anything that's realistic that they'll actually be able to get, the only thing they can do is fight people, because there really is no cause aside from forcing compliance from the rest of society. So they'll have their circle and they'll need to pick another enemy. Now, who's the enemy? Oh, well, Sarah. Sarah, she misgendered me that one time. Okay, she's the enemy because her subconscious is actually transphobic. And so we have to eradicate the transphobia out of Sarah. So we have to bully her because when it comes to this queer community, they don't know how to go about things in a kind, rational way. It's usually a forceful bullying way. So they'll just alienate more and more people out of their group until there's such a small group left. It's like Lord of the Flies. They'll have the common enemy, and then when the common enemy is gone, then they'll have the main enemy, and when the main enemy is gone, they'll just have each other, and then they have to pick an enemy within each other. And then once that enemy is gone because they bullied them or did something to them, well, now you got another enemy. They'll pick another one out of the group and so on and so forth until there's only two people left. And then what are you going to do then? Then you'll just be alone. Then that's exactly what will happen when you alienate people by being so aggressive. It's not a very, very smart thing to do. I don't know why you would want to do this. But that's them, ladies and gentlemen, that's them. So here is another one. Woman who identifies as they, he. So she identifies as multiple people and a man, gets mad that gay men at the gay men bar misgendered her because she looks like a woman, and then throws a temper tantrum because of it, and no gay man wants to have sex with her. You can't force people to have sex with you. Ew. Stop doing that. It's very predatory. Ugh. Trying to shame people into sleeping with you. If it didn't work for straight men, it's certainly not going to work for this chick.
I don't understand.
Oh my God, she's crying.
I live.
Oh my God, she's crying already. You know, this is like the opposite of the guy we just saw. He's pretending very badly, pretending to be a woman, and then gets incredibly aggressive, showing that he ain't even trying to be a woman because he's very mannish. This is the same thing. She's trying to be a man, and she's crying. It's like, you're doing the same thing, but in a different way. If you're going to be a man, then act like the man who was pretending to be a woman in the previous video. Don't cry. Ew.
In LA, I go to gay bars. I'm literally at a gay bar. Why do I intentionally get misgendered?
I wonder
almost
why.
every single time by ugly men. Ugly men. Like, it's one thing for it to be a mistake.
Well, I'm sorry, but if she's trying to be a man, she's quite ugly herself. I mean, it's pot calling the kettle black if you think about it.
But, like, intentionally sitting there at a gay bar while you're trying to get laid by the guy next to you, like...
There's so many straight clubs in America. Why are you preying on gay men who want nothing to do with your boob, vagina, butt? No, they don't want you. Don't you understand? They don't want you. It's really unfair because there's so many straight clubs she could go to, and I'm sure there are queer people all over the place. Go to a blue city somewhere, you'll find them, and you can just pretend with each other that you're a he, they, she, them, Q, Z's, or whatever. But you're invading in a gay man's club where they go to meet other gay men so they can hook up or find a date or find a boyfriend or just have fun. You have to invade their space. It's very, very rude.
The audacity is crazy. You're ugly. You're ugly and you're...
If they're all ugly, why the hell did you go there in the first place? Because they're not ugly. Usually gay men aren't ugly, if we're being honest. Most of the time, gay men aren't chuds. They take very good care of themselves. They used to be called metrosexuals until they came out of the closet.
Talking to me about my gender on purpose.
Wow.
So a woman who identifies as a trans man, non-binary, gets misgendered at a gay bar because she's trying to pick up a gay man. What? Wait, what? You people are losing it. Okay, but wait.
There's more?
Yeah, so this ugly guy, you were mad that I called him ugly.
Oh, my Lord.
Comparing me to him. Bitch, he was ugly. Okay, comes up, starts saying she. And I'm like, I mean, like, it's 2026, bitch. Like, how do you know these days what pronouns people use? You don't know. So I was like...
More like they don't care. That's the difference. Like, they just don't care. Like, I wouldn't care either. Like, why would I? I don't know you. Hello, stranger. I don't know who you are. Why would I care? You're not important to me. Only people who are important to you, then you would care. But you're already calling them ugly. You want me to care then? No.
It's 2026 and no one gives a fuck about your pronouns, dumbass. But wait.
There's more.
So I was like, oh, actually, I use they or he pronouns. Whatever. Keeps coming up to me being like, she. Like, coming up to me just to say she. I'm, like, ignoring him. But it's weird, bro. So eventually, when I get back to my car, I made a video about it. And I'm like, he's doing all of this while trying to get laid with the guy next to him. Y'all thought I was trying to fuck him and latched onto that. Whatever. I don't even give a shit because...
So seriously, this woman who identifies as a he, they, trans man got mad because they got misgendered at the gay bar, but it's 2026 and it's queer and anyone can, no, not anyone, can go. And when you start going to gay men's bars and trying to pick up gay men and they call you she and you go back to your car and cry like a little baby, you're going to get made fun of. You dumbass.
Yeah.
You're not a man. Okay. You're not a he. You're not a they. That's you. You're in your head and no one's playing with your delusional bullshit anymore. And it's because of people like you that you've ruined so much of what the LGBT community has been just trying to move on with. So go F yourself. And I noticed that you deleted the crybaby video in the car because they misgendered you and you were just trying to get laid by a gay man. Have a nice day.
Dude, that's so predatory. Get the hell out of gay bars if you're a chick, and get the hell out of lesbian bars if you're a man. We don't want you there. You have your own straight bars. You have a myriad of them across the country you can go to. Why must you invade our spaces? Specifically, you invade our apps, you invade our bathrooms, you invade our sports. Now you're invading our clubs? It's difficult enough to find someone of the same sex who is attracted to someone of the same sex. Majority of people are straight. A very small minority are gay. And I mean specifically same-sex attracted. I don't mean whatever they're calling gay now, which is just bi. So we have a very, very small amount of clubs in order to meet people in. And you're going to go in there and try to convert us into straightism? I don't think so. That's not going to work. Especially with gay men. They're very sassy. And they will tell you what's up regardless of how much you cry and bitch and moan. Because when it comes down to it, yes, all they want is dick. And I respect that. Not for that, but I can respect that. And as a straight woman, she should too, regardless of how she identifies. Because they don't want to have sex with your gender. They want to have sex with a male, with a penis. One of those who also likes other men with penises. Not a crazy woman who's going to cry in her car who thinks she's multiple people and a man. Please give me a break. Like and subscribe, everyone. Join our membership to keep this channel going. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!